Like, obviously, our hand plays really well as a 3-bet. When we get 4-bet, it plays very difficult. We don't really want to get it in for 55 big blinds here. So we'll call. If there's a squeeze, resqueeze, we'd call again. Because Isildur 9's range would be really wide for reshoving over this squeeze. Here it is. We call. Ace-king. We got a flip for 471K. Can we hold it? Can we hold it? We are live once again for another beautiful stream. Thank you guys for being here. As you can see, I have some dad vibes rolling today. My eyes were a little bit tired, so I needed to give him a rest. I got these old beauties on my face. I bought these in high school. True story. I may need to update my swagger game when it comes to the glasses. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Excited for a nice Wednesday grind here. Already in some pretty fun tournaments, so thank you so much for joining me, and let's get it. Start the stream with some bad news. Gonna lose King Jack to Ace 10. Well, you know, it's okay. But some good news in the intro. In the intro to this very show, you guys, I doubled up in the 1-9 Battle Royale Early Edition. That's right. Double starting stack to start the tournament. Obviously going to be a pretty good one, so this will probably be our feature story today, unless something else breaks out. Alright, call, and then we get a squeeze with 3750 bounty, which makes this actually kind of close here. Thing is, if we call and lose this pot, we still will be over 10k. It is a 20 big blind shove for 3750. Which is pretty interesting. I think it's close to me because, you know, when they have whatever, ace queen, like we're doing pretty well. When they have 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, we're flipping for a bounty. I'm gonna call for 6,700 more, and you know, it's close. I didn't see that they had an extra 400 chips. Okay, so for the stream, all right, we got a friend. Let's hope. All right, 20%. Spade, spade, or king, king. Oh, oh, all right. When we actually got the money in there, we had about 35%, which is not quite profiting, but of course we're running into one of the topper parts of their range. Here, we're 3-betting queen 10 suited. I think it's just a good hand to 3-bet. You could also call this in the small blind, but I think 3-betting is fine. They call. We have an 8-7 deuce. A lot of good turns for our hand here, and we do have a stronger range pre-flop. So I'm going to bet about 3,000. All right, bet call, queen on the turn. Now I think it's time to check. We made top pair, but we can induce some bluffs. And it depends on what sizing they bet. They bet 5k here, so I don't see much point in calling with 23,000 in the pot, leaving us 16k back. We're just giving them a free card. We do shut down their bluffs by check shoving here, but at the same time, we also deny their equity when they have some draws. So I'm going to check shove. And hope they didn't slow play aces or kings. They could have ace queen, they could have king queen, they could have queen jack. Those are all reasonable. Of course, we have a queen in our hand. But with how much money's in the pot, like we don't really have an option to fold. So we have to weigh the possibility of them bluffing us and us getting more chips on the river with the possibility of a free card coming off, you know. And they're in position. They get to choose whether they want to bluff or check. All right, let's put in a 3-bet here. I think with a $50 bounty and they're sitting on like, what is it, 34 big blinds? I'd rather just get this in pre if they choose to. Hey, Ruthann, dropping the sub. Thank you so much, Ruthann. Welcome to Dreamers Inc. Can we get some love in the chat, you guys, for a Twitcher extraordinaire. Absolute Twitch star, Ruthann. Thank you so much. Oh my god, that's an ace. Give me the bounty money, man. $50 coming our way. That's $87.50 now. Locked up. $87.50 plus we have 60,000 chips. That's a chunk of change. All right, ace queen of spades. Love to see a reshove here. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We just get a call. Now we have an ace 7-5 board. I think I actually want to bet about 3k here. Just sizing up a little bit to give us more of an opportunity to potentially KO them. That 9 on the turn is... It's a frisky one because it is 25,000 more chips to get the knockout, and we're beat by a few more things. I'm still going to bet here. Maybe I should check. 6-8 gets there too. Immediately I wanted to check after. Come this far though, so we'll call and hope to have it. We have it. Let's go, you guys. 62,600 coming away. That'll put us up to 84k, and... we got another 37.50. You know what that means. 125 in bounties. And Salmon Felt official. There it is. Whew. Battle Royale. Small raise call and we call. Covering both opponents. Oh, flopping the trips 8s. Flopping the trip 8s, man. I would love the $75 bounty to have like ace jack or something, you know? That'd be the dream. 4,200. I think it's a really good spot to check raise here. We check raise with some bluffs as well, just given like we're on the near bubble, and we can put a lot of pressure on their under the gun bet. Now, of course, we actually have the hand here, but we do have some bluffs that play this way too. And I fold 117K. We'll round, call it 118. It's cool. We get 4-bet, really small. We'll call. We do cover them for an $81 bounty, and we're 6 away from the money. But even if we lose this pot, we can make our way into the money, most likely. So we don't hit the flop. They bet 15K. It's interesting to see a float here. We're getting 4 to 1. Do have backdoor flush draw, and we can put a lot of pressure on them if they don't have a pair. So 4 is against king 10. GG. They just shove turn. We'll fold. We're going to call king jack suited. King jack off. We would fold, but suited, I think we're fine to call. Hey, trip kings. That's pretty good news. Hopefully, it's good news. Bit of 8,000. We'll call. It is possible for them to have ace king and king queen, but now we're not worried about that, and that we have the nut full house. So we will use some of our time bank here and call again. Only thing we lose to is quad 2s and 7s. Yeah, if they have pocket 7s. Going to shove for value now. They fold. Hey, there it is. 122K. That's a big pot. All right, we have made the money, guys, because there's a bust out on our table. So we are in the money. That $59 bounty is going to Edison. How much in the cash? I didn't even know what the min cash is here. What do we got? 124 for 250. Nice. Now let's win this tournament, dude. I'd love to win $10,000. That's really what I want. Win $10,000. Probably a little bit outside the calling range, but there is a $25 bounty in play here. And they're going to be shoving like all of their broadways and stuff like that. So we should call. And we are ahead for a bounty. Yikes. Here we go, ace king. Come on, dude. Maybe. It might be coming in here. They just call. All right. So we got a hit. Squeeze. All right, pretty easy re-squeeze here. Obviously, we don't cover across the river, but at the same time, ace king is a strong enough hand. It's a good spot for them to squeeze with this shorter stack with like all sorts of things. Here we go. Here we go, guys. This is our moment. 56 remaining. Guaranteed 125 in the prize pool. Wow. We're so good for 194K. Let's go! Oh my god, that's a huge pot, man. That is a massive equity pot. Just shy of 200,000 chips coming our way. We're in 4th place. The 109 Battle Royale Early Edition. Let's go. Open up the 7-8 hearts, obviously. That's what I'm working on. So we get a call from Honey Dick. We don't flop any equity here at all. Like, we have backdoor gut shots. That's it. Backdoor open ender with a 9, but not a good one. Actually, we did turn a double gutter here. It's one of the better turns for us. So we'll bet now. We have a pretty good candidate to bluff here. We should have some bluffs in our range, and 7-8 doesn't block a lot of their weaker hands like king, queen, king, jack, or their 10x pairs. So I was going to double barrel there, but not relevant. Just one bet will get it done. And we scoop up those chips. King 10 suited. 10 of 37. We get 3-bet here. It's big. It's 3.5x. We do have a hand that can flop some good things. We cover them for a bounty. So 2 to 1. Yeah, I'll call with the suited version. If I wasn't suited, I would definitely fold. Do flop a flush draw. Kind of hoping to see like a 28,000 chip bet here, and then I can shove over that like really comfortably. Don't really want to see a 15,000, which we do see. So the question is shoving better or just calling? I think calling is probably best. It's a lot to risk, and it's different than if we had the ace high flush draw, which would be like, well, they can't have a better flush draw and get it in. But it's possible for them to have ace x of spades, and then we're in really bad shape. So c-bet isn't big enough. We'll just call. And they bet again on the turn. Now we have a pretty clear call. Not protecting from anything except for the 3 non-spade aces. And then have a tough decision on the river if we don't hit our spades. Probably a call down, though. We have a really good bluff catcher. We do block spades, so I kind of wish we had king 10 offsuit, although we'd never make it this far with king 10 offsuit. They take for a while and shove. It's a really gross spot, guys. We need to be good 25% here. A little bit less if you factor in the $75 cash. We lose to aces, ace, king. I don't think king, queen plays this way. So we lose to aces and ace, king. And then we beat everything that isn't those hands. And kings, for what it's worth. I don't think they have sixes, sevens, threes, twos. So I think we have to make the call. Although they could certainly have better hands. Just like too good of a price at this point. So good luck us. Yep. Oh! Oh! We caught him in a bluff, daddy. Oh! We're second at 35. That's $75 cash money. Ugh. It feels good, man. 200 in bounties earned. Even. Oh, that is great news. Now we're in such a good spot. Such a good spot. Calling the big blind, check back. Two pairs, cool. I don't think we're in a spot where we can knock this opponent out with our hand strength. Checking the turn. Now we're going to bet 11K. Damn, that's huge, man. That is so big. Second at 35. All right, pocket eights. I like this hand. What I want to see is Tracy shove and then everyone else fold. That's not how it's going to go down, though. It's not how it's going to happen. Full turn against Sal. We may have covered slightly, but we're very deep here. It's going to be tough to get the money in unless we have a set. Interesting. Queen Jack 3. Couple things here. Obviously, we have the spade draw, which is okay. Certainly not the nut spade draw. We're out of position, which doesn't help. This also hits our range, which you'd think is good, but also it means they're going to bet less. And if we saw a C-bet, it was going to be stronger than normal. When they see a check, we could see more Jack X check than normal. So there's a lot of factors here that are a little bit deceptively tricky. I think it's a clear bet on the turn that we want to protect our equity from an ace or king of diamonds or 10 of diamonds or 9 of diamonds. I'm going to block bet this river for 16,000. We're going to value on ourselves against some weak jacks, against 10s and 9s. But also we're going to prevent ourselves from seeing like big bets on the river. It's a thin block bet. It's definitely very thin. But we take it out, which is good. 371. Oh, we got aces. Whoo, this is a big moment. Now would be the time to shove, Tracy. If Tracy shoves, this could get out of control. No, they don't. Gansau opens. I'm going to 3-bet here. Get 22K. I think it's good. 3 of 23. Oh my god, we just got a 4-bet from Bumper. I think we should call here. They're playing extremely aggressively, which I think means they're going to have a lot of bluffs. Also, we block them having really good hands like ace-king, ace-queen. And I think it's going to be us getting the money quite a bit anyways if they have kings or queens. So we'll just call. And we want to get some bluffs from this very aggressive opponent. That's not a good flop. Yes, it's a good flop in that we have top set. But it's a bad flop in that we have 3 of the aces. So kings and queens now want to get away from their hand. I don't think we have any other option other than to just call here. That's a great turn. Hopefully they have kings or jacks. And now I think we should shove. There's just not enough money behind to like try and induce them to bluff. So we'll just shove. They're just not going to bluff for 84,000 into a pot of 360 on the river. So I don't think there's any point in just calling. And if they have a value hand, they're just going to call it off. We are chip leader of the tournament, you guys. First of 23 in the 109 Battle Royale. Let's get this thing done, man. Let's close it out. Open the king jack. Flop the top pair. Pretty easy spot to bet here. I think about 10K is actually fine, given the 2 broadways. The 2 broadways on the board usually want to bet a bit more than a third of the pot. We get a shove here for 12 big blinds, you guys. About a $100 bounty. Really clear call with the 6s. And hope they have the ace-king type hands. Or like 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s. Although they're playing pretty tight. So we're obviously hoping for ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack type hands. Here we go. Big moment. Ace-queen. Can we hold the flip for $100 cash? Yeah, let's go, you guys. Let's go. 639,000 and another $100. That's 300 in bounties now. 500 earned in the tournament. Open up the ace-10. We'll call a shove here from Rafa DeMello. Against Bumper 2.0, it's really tough. They're playing insanely aggressive, which I think probably makes this a call. I think they're shoving all their pairs for 26 big blinds here and a lot of broadways. But it's a sweaty one. Hold it. Hold it, please. Let's go, you guys! $81 bounty and more chips. We're a commanding chip lead now. We got a huge chip lead. Oh my god, a 200,000 chip lead. 19 left in the tournament. And we see a shove here for 14 big blinds. Certainly worth the call with the bounty. Here we go. Get lucky. 1.5 to 1. We We have 40%. Spade! Hit the spade or the 6! Ah, man. For another 123. All right, we lose some chips back to the field. Still in first. Can't win them all. All right, ace-jack suited. We'll raise. We would call Rafa DeMello again if they shoved for 21 big blinds. But they don't. And now we shouldn't really see shoves. If only MTT shoved for 32, it'd be pretty sick. The 210 bounty. They just call, though. 368. Yeah, I will bet here. With bounties being the main thing, we're going to want to up our continuation bet frequency. And we would want to bet with a lot of our strong hands to give ourselves a chance at that bounty. So I'm going to open up our sort of semi-bluff bets as well. Bet that one and take it down. Open ace-jack again. Don't think I can call here, guys, for 30 big blinds. Fortunately, I just think they have ace-king, ace-queen too much. I don't think they're reshoving ace-8 for 30 big blinds. So I think we're going to see the same ace or better aces and then pairs. It's just not worth it risking this many chips. We don't have a big enough edge. If it's 20 big blinds, yeah, sure, of course. Also, I think they're going to call a lot of broadways like king, queen, king, jack, king 10, queen, jack. Open the 10-7 on the button. Calling the big blind, jack 6-3. Easy spot for a bet. 14,000 should be fine. Obviously don't hit anything. What turns do we keep barreling? 9-8 are good turns for us. Deuce doesn't change very much. Just don't have any equity here. Hey, pick up a bluff catcher on the river. They're going to be check shoving most of their jacks, so I probably call if they bet. They don't, which makes me want to go for a overbet. Kind of want to overbet here to merge my range. I think it's really likely they have a 6 or 3 or an ace high. We are going to value on ourselves against worst tens. I really don't think they have a jack, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it, and hopefully they can find a call with a 6 or a 3. Because we're representing very little. It's super hard for us to have a jack in this situation. It's pretty unlikely most people think we're capable of doing this with a 10. So, yeah. Oh, dude, I thought we were going to get the call. That would have been so sick. That would have been such a sick play. We don't get the call, though. All right, min-raise under the gun from Gensau. It's really easy to defend for us here. 7,000 to win 30. The suited hand. Ooh, not bad. Flop a top pair and a flush draw. I don't think we necessarily want to check raise here. We really wouldn't want to get in 70 big blinds. Even though I expect to have the best hand a lot right now, I think we want to see some turns play out. Bet 9,800. That is a very small bet, honestly. Okay, we'll just call. All right, spade on the turn. Check again. I think we probably have a check call situation. If they triple barrel, it's going to be tough to get value from worse hands by raising the river. If they check here, we just go for a big old bet. But they bet tiny on this turn. So now I'm going to make it about 63. I just can't call for a 1/4 pot bet. So we'll just check raise to 63K. They fold. Okay. Up to 800K. Grozor could shove here with a $140 bounty in play. They do shove. Now the question is, do we reshove or do we just call? I don't think we need to risk 430K. I think we just call. Also, we do this with really strong hands. They have aces. Well, that is the curse of the vlog, isn't it? That's okay. Really easy open here for us. Honey Dick has a huge bounty. Wow, this creates quite an awkward situation. It's $362. And then we've got these big stacks behind where it's awkward. Like, do we want to risk 50 big blinds to get this bounty? Fold makes it simple. Kind of thankful, honestly. It would have been sick. Oh my god. I'm not thankful anymore. I have a set. All right, we're going to bet about 60% a pot here. It's a really draw-heavy board. Now, what sort of range? I think ranges are really wide here. Like, Gansau can call 10-8 suited, 9s, jacks, all sorts of things with Honey Dick in the pot. And we see a raise to 88,000. I think we should just shove here. If they have 10-8, jacks or 9s, then we lose. They probably don't have the 10-8 offsuits, though, so we're looking at, like, 6, 12, 16 combos of better hands. So we'll shove. 857K in the middle, and we get a fold. Okay. We'll take it. I wouldn't have minded a call there, but we will take that, and we will overtake the chip lead again. We're basically tied for the chip lead. Both have 855K or so. Big hand. Honey Dick, now's your time, dude. Oh, they fold. That would have been so sick. I don't think I want a 3-bet here, actually. With Isildur 9 having 500,000 chips, if we lose this pot, it'd be huge. It'd put us back in the pack. I think just calling with jacks. Like, obviously, our hand plays really well as a 3-bet. When we get 4-bet, it plays very difficult. We don't really want to get it in for 55 big blinds here. So we'll call. If there's a squeeze, re-squeeze, we'd call again. Because Isildur 9's range would be really wide for reshoving over this squeeze. Here it is. We call. Ace-king. We got a flip for 471K. Can we hold it? Can we hold it? Let's go! We're over 1 million chips. And we get the bounty, you guys. First of 11 with 1.1 million chips. Oh, let's go. That's huge. All right, and a shove. This is a very easy reshove with 7s, you guys. $362 bounty. We don't want anyone else to contend. We're all in. Against Queen 10, can we hold the flip for $362? Let's go! We got him! Another bounty. We have the biggest bounty in the tournament. And we're first of 10, you guys. First of 10 in this tournament. Gonna fold the 7-5. What do we got here? $842 in bounties. Oh my god. Plus a big chip lead. 842 in bounties. Whew. Open it up. Gansau in the small. It's going to just call. Interesting. 10-6 deuce. I think we have a good spot to continuation bet here. A lot of good turns, but it's not the end of the world if we have to bet and then fold to a shove or a raise. We'll bet 20,000. A lot of good turns as well. 9-8, jack, queen, king. Ace normally, but I don't really like it here because they're going to flat some aces. All right, 8 on the turn. We pick up a gut shot to go along with our hand. They bet 22,800 here. I'm going to at least float. I'm wondering about just shoving. Yeah, I think shoving is good. I think it's really likely that they're going to raise 10s on the flop. And normally, this is going to be a card that's good for their range, but they called in the small. Ooh, bottom set. I'll lose one. But I'll talk through my logic on that one as to why I played it that way. Normally, I think calling in the small blind, you're going to contain some suited connectors. But given the stack size situation, I don't think we're going to see very many like 7-9 suited, 6-7 suited, 7-8, 8-9 suited, 9-10 suiteds. So it's like mostly going to be broadways, some ace-x suiteds, and I guess small pairs. Although this probably should have shoved pre, I think. So that 8, even though on paper is a good card for their range, I think in this situation it isn't actually. It doesn't really help them very much. So I like shoving. We've seen them also put out a lot of small bets on the turn. So I think we should bet with our 2 overs and gutter. They end up having bottom set, which is pretty much the worst case scenario. I really am surprised they even had 2s in the first place. It's an easy shove with 28 big blinds, I think. But yeah, we lose a chunk of chips there. That'll put us in second place, 1.1 million, but we're still doing just fine. And 3-bet to 65,000. I think being suited, yeah, it's close, but I think being suited we can probably call one off. Flop a pair of 5s. I think we should probably go with this hand. We're going to have about 20% equity when they have a higher pair than us. But when they don't, we're going to pick up 145K plus a C-bet if it comes in. So I'm just going to shove here for 187K. I really don't like calling. I think calling is a mistake because we get this, let them see free cards, and there's so many bad cards for our 5-6. So I'm just going to shove. Take it down. There it is. 1.2 million. There we go. Ship it. Now on the other table, we have an all-in for 3 big blinds. Easy call, any 2. And it looks like we have an FT. Final table hype of the 109 Battle Royale Early Edition. We're coming into this final table in second place with $408 in the prize pool, plus 842 in bounties. We are the bounty leader, bounty dad. So over 1,200, 1,250 earned in the tournament. If you double me, I'll sub Jamie. All right, Gucci. All right, dude. Good luck, man. Good luck, good luck. All right, so we see a min raise to 24. I'm going to kick off this final table with a 3-bet. Why? Because I think in third place, you have to play extremely tight. They're going to have a really wide button opening range. So obviously our hand is garbage, but at the same time, we can put a ton of pressure on them. They call. We have a king 6-3. Again, I think we want to bet here. About 90,000 would put 360 in. I bet 96K. This makes it a sizing so that it looks like we're going to be able to shove the turn, which we would be able to. If they call, are we actually going to shove the turn? No, there's no cards we're going to shove the turn on here. Even a 7 or an 8, I don't think we should shove the turn. They can flat ace-king, they can flat king-queen. But they fold, and we take it down, 1.2 million. 5-9 is not going to be a normal 3-bet there, but definitely a 3-bet we want to have right now. Logie opens. I'm going to 3-bet call. Thing is, like, I don't really want to shove because I'd be risking 35 big blinds here. But I wish I could max out pressure on Gansau. So I'm just going to make it 104k. Then we'll call a shove. But if Gansau 4-bets all in, then we can fold. That's the point. So, like, protecting for when they wake up with jacks plus, maybe 10s plus, and, like, ace-queen suited plus. And against Logie, you know, we're kind of rooting for a fold here, but if they get it in, we're going to have enough equity. They just call. And now I'm going to shove flop. No, I might as well bet less, honestly. I mean, we're going to be calling. They only have a pot-sized bet left, but I might as well bet a little bit less than this so that I can induce their draws. And it looks stronger, too, but we can't really fold here. 167 to win 582, and they can have flush draws and stuff, so we'll call. Wow. Wow. Let's go! Oh, that's so sick! Oh, how do we get so much value? Let's go, you guys! $223 in bounties, and we're down to 8. That's a ladder. 1,065 in bounties now. CTO Libre opens. I think I can call here. 16,000 to win 69. Flop it a 2-pair. That's a strong hand, obviously, but it's a dicey 2-pair. We don't want to get this all in right now with the second place. And there's a lot of bad turns for our hand with straight draws and flush draws and stuff. So I think we have a good 2-pair to just call. 8 on the turn. Could argue a lead here, but I'll start with a check. Let's check, check. Get to go for a nice bet on the river. Put 80,000 into 144. Hope to get called. There's a lot of things that can call us here that are worse. 9-7 beats us. 9-7 suited. I think it's really hard for them to have 9-7. It would bet the turn. It's hard for them to have 9-queen. It would bet the turn. Hard for them to have Jack-10, Jack-8, 10-8. Like, all those things I think are really difficult for them to have. So they probably have a 1-pair hands or just total air. We could see a ladder. Ace-king, ace-9. Oh, it's a 9! Oh, it's a king. Wow, GG Marbar. Get some F for respect. Marbar has been a friend of the stream since like 30 left or something. Gansau's going to pick up that bounty and the chips. We are down to 7. That'll take us up to $744 in bounties. Again, we have a pretty good 3-bet spot here, especially with this potential bounty in play. But let's put that in the chat. All right, the bounty's in. 744 in cash. Just rooting for a fold. That'd be sweet. We get 4-bet here to 245,000. Can we call? Getting 2.5 to 1. If we call, we're not gonna be able to stack off with like top pairs. This is very, very strong. We need to flop like 2 pairs straights. Get ourselves in really dicey spots with draws. But we should probably call just given this extra 250. Like that's bigger than our next ladder. And we're getting 2.5 to 1, so we'll call. And we got to fold on this flop. Hopefully they check, though. That'd be sweet. Then we hit just a 10 of clubs on the turn. But they bet, and we'll fold. Aces, kings. There it is. We are down to 6, you guys. Sitio Libre takes the chip lead. But $1,005 cash now. Queen 10. Cool. Raise this one up. Action on Isildur 9. Call or fold, either is fine. Cool, we get a call and a 10-8-3 flop. I don't mind checking back here. I think Queen 10 and Jack 10 are good candidates to pot control. Also, this is a good board for them typically. So we're going to check a decent amount. They check turn. No, I think we want to bet. I think on the bigger side too, honestly, there's just a ton of draws that we can have. Check back clubs sometimes. Some clubs, we could pick up diamonds on the turn. Bet get a call, 7 on the river. Just complete some draws, but I think we can go for value here. They did play those aces so passively. Yeah, no, I'm going to bet again. I think it's hard to have Jack 9 and 9-6 call on the turn. So I think it's unlikely we see those hands. I think we're going to see 8x, sometimes which is 8-7 for what it's worth. We're also going to see some weak 10x that maybe is playing pot control-y. We saw that with the aces again, so it's definitely possible for them to check a 10 twice to us. And boom, we got some big value. Up to 1.6 million against 9s. I'm happy to see that, man. That's a nice pickup for us. All right, ace-8 suited, pretty easy open here. But we are in that grindy situation again. All right, king deuce 3. I think this is a decent spot to check back. We want to contain some flushes in our check back range, and the ace high is a good candidate. Dry board at 67k. We'll call. Question is, do we call the river? I think so. Clubs miss, straight draws miss. The 4-5, 4-6, 5-6. Bet 171k. That's huge. They're not going to defend all their twos either. I think I will call. We do block the spade draw, which would be nice if we didn't. But at some point we have to look up, especially with us streaming and folding to a lot of these river bets. So I'll call. Ace king. Wow. Okay. All right. So we don't quite have a good enough hand to check call. So I'm going to start by betting, and 100k I think is good. All right, we get a call and a 4 on the turn. I don't think it's a great spot to continue barreling. Doesn't give us any equity, like 6, cool, 5, cool, 10, we have a straight, queen, fine, it's a scare card, king, fine, it's a scare card, ace, fine, it's a scare card. 9's not a good card to bluff on the river either. Hearts get there, and the second pair of 9, which we wouldn't bet for 100k on the flop, just made trips. So we're not representing very much by betting. I think we just have to check, give up here. Check and give up. I think they should bet smaller. They just don't have very many bluffs here. And, it's a bit of an awkward one here with 6-7 suited. I'll call. And the thing is, we don't want to play massive pots on just draws given the chip stack situation. Like, difference between second place and out now is $2,000. But this also is pretty strong hand. They bet, we'll call with our open ender. Pick up a pair on the turn, including our open ender. Definitely don't want to see a big bet here because we do have a crappy draw. And they bet 200k. I think we should just fold, honestly. We're never going to feel super comfortable, and we don't want to stack off. Even if we hit a straight, like we're going to run into bigger straights sometimes. So I'll just fold on the turn. And I'm going to start with a limp here. Limp and a check, 10-6-3. I think we have a good spot to bet. A lot of ace highs I would just check here. With king high, I think it's a little bit less that situation. A ton of good turns. 9, jack, queen, king, ace. All pretty good turns for us. 4 doesn't change much about the situation. Again, really bad card. I think I should check folds. Complete some of the draws they could float. And it's not a scare card for a 10 or 6. And again, that's also a bad card in that we're not going to bet 6s on the flop. So it's just a card that benefits them. A couple tough runouts here, guys, in a row. Not a ton we can do with this hand. Let's move on to the next one. Open the ace-6 on the button. Calls. We have a king, jack, 8 flop. We have the backdoor diamonds. I think we should probably continuation bet that. 90,000 is good. You want to make it bigger than normal here, just given the board texture, which is very draw heavy. Get shoved on, we'll fold. And that is a rough run of cards. Now we're on one of the shorter stacks. We're going to have to tighten up a little bit. This will be a call of Isildur 9 shoves with 164 bounty and being in 4th. And against Guccio, it's pretty close as to whether we want to reshove or not. I think probably with ICM, which still does exist, even though we're one of the shortest stacks. Still exists. I like just calling instead. So we'll call. Start with a check call on this flop. 67k. Cool. We'll call to the turn. 8. Deuce. That doesn't change much about the board. I think I should bet 90k here. They hardly have any deuces in the range except for ace deuce suited, of which there's 2 combos left, not 2 combos, 1 combo left. Yes, it's hard to get called by a worse hand, but then again, it also does protect us from giving them 2 free cards, essentially. And this is something that we'd do if we had a really strong hand to ensure that we got paid as well. So it's just like a good card for a range, not great for them, which means we should bet. 10s. I'd like to see an open here so I can just shove. It's close as to whether I want to induce. I think I do want to raise like this because people could 3-bet folds. I think 10s is just strong enough. It's possible that 10s we should just shove 23 big blinds instead of min raise here. Call 5-5 deuce. I'm going to check shove now. Their bet when check 2 is really high. Like they just bet a ton when check 2. So I think we can get a bet out of them here. Okay, goes check check. Queen on the turn. It's a close one on the turn as to whether we want to bet for value or check again. The things that work against us are there's some bad cards, ace king jack. The things that benefit this is it's hard to get a worse hand payoff twice by betting. So we get to control the size of the pot. Check, they bet 58.6. We'll call. Really wish they would have bet flop. Make this so much easier. Check. Check, check. Okay. Up to 900k. That's nice. We'll basically be tied again. They had 7s. Oh my god. How does 7s not bet flop? Damn. Ace 10 suited. We'll call a shove from Isildur 9 for sure. It's weird if Isildur 9 shoves and there's a reshove. It's a min raise. We'll call. Deuce 5-8. Pretty good board to check call here. They don't hit it very often. We have backdoor nut flush draw. We have an ace high, which is good sometimes. So I think we get to call 1. But it goes check check. 4 in the turn. Same thing here with our ace 10. Pick up a gut shot to go along. A bit very small. We'll call. Ace on the river. Check. This should be a card for them, like a good card for them. So I'll just check and hope that we see a bluff. We can still lose to other hands, right? Like ace 8 probably doesn't play this way, but ace 5, ace deuce, ace 4, ace 3, ace jack, ace queen, ace king. You know, a set of 4s reasonable. A 3. It's a sizable bet, but I do think we should call based on how we played this spot. Set of 5s, okay. All right, $164 bounty and the pair. Here we go, guys. Big moment. Hold. We are now the short stack. Fortunately, we can't win that flip against Isildur 9. Ace 3, pretty easy call of a shove if it comes in from here. It's honestly pretty close against min raises from everyone, considering we have like 6 big blinds. We see a limp from Gansao. So the question is, do we shove over this limp or check? It's weird, I think. I will check. I mean, we could get this heads up is the only thing. Guess we'll just check and see flops. 10 of clubs on the turn. We pick up a flush draw. Don't particularly like betting here. But we probably have the right price, getting 3 to 1. We need 25% equity. We have 9 outs, about 18%. But also, given the bounty nature of this tournament, we're going to get paid a lot when we hit a club. Like, a lot. Considering it's going to be for like another 140K into 240. So I will call. I don't like shoving here either. Don't think it accomplishes much. We could get like the king of clubs to call us. But like literally every pair calls. So I'll just call. Ace is potentially an out too for what it's worth. 3 ace outs. Which is pretty sweet. But when we call here, if we get like squeezed back from Gansao, I don't think we can fold. We'd have to see what the price was. Be 140. King of the river. Now we'll fold. That's a weird hand all around, dudes. Oh, this is a pretty nice hand. Not bad. Raise. Please call. All right, let's get this in. I expect to get a call in the big blind quite a bit with 557, and hopefully that would put us back up to 400K if we end up winning a spot. More than 400K, I think. Oh, well now Guccel's gonna fold. Okay, 360K in the middle though. Nice. Okay, back to 360. We are still the bounty leader. We may be last in chips, but we have the most bounty money, okay? That's worth something. This is gonna be a reshove against this open from the chip leader. It's our moment, guys. This is our moment. Oh, no ace 10. Oh, it's 9. Oh, hold. GG. It's a brutal way to bust the tournament out in 5th. The 9 tees, but no, straight is the run out. We had to pay the flush draw as well. So we're going to cash for 1,065 in bounties plus 1,358. I have my ex-roommate, legend of the game, a guy you want to check out if you haven't, Lex Veldhouse, who's streaming right now. So I'm going to drop him the host. I'm going to go to dinner because I've only eaten a smoothie today. Hashtag Ultimate Sweat, 150K weight loss bet. You guys can check that out on the vlog channel. Anytime. There's going to be a vlog going up in like literally 20 minutes. It should be in front of your face. !vlog. Yeah, so I'm going to play the outro. We're going to raid Lex Veldhouse. Go drop some love in the chat, you guys. He deserves it. He's supported me so much for the last couple months, so he deserves some love. Send it to him for sure. But until tomorrow's stream, see you guys later.